Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to our playthrough of No More Heroes 2: Desperate Struggle. In the last episode, we took down actually Kimmy Howell as the secret boss of the game and started on avenging our friend Bishop. In this episode, we are going to go on to the next mainline assassination stage after a couple of upgrades. And you may have noticed that my playtime has actually changed. That's because I did a lot of off-camera grinding to get enough money for the last buyable weapon. Also, I didn't notice this, but the strawberry goods also include this little wall poster that you get from the revenge missions. So we're going to go straight to Naomi's lab, and we should have more than enough money, if my mental math was correct, to buy the next weapon. Yes, we have just about enough. So it's funny that you can actually still buy the I think it's just a bug, but we're going to buy the Peony, which is the yeah, we're much cuter when we have money. That's a pro tip for anybody who wants to get a girlfriend. So the Peony is a very interesting weapon, and we're going to show it off right quick after we upgrade our stats at Ryan's gym. Oh, looks like we're already maxed up for this point. Must have forgot. So that means we can go straight on to the ranking battle at Akashic Point 1. Akashic Points, if you listen to the narration, or if you didn't, I'll tell you, they are essentially haunted portals that go to supernatural locations. So, the Peony is the kind of glacier weapon of the game. It hits hard, but it moves slow, and your ecstasy gauge, that tiger, the more it gets ramped up, the longer the range gets. So you just see how slow it goes, but it hits hard. And you see our range has already increased a ton. It also catches a lot of enemies in its range. So it's not super helpful for regular enemies unless you're facing a huge group. But it's really helpful for bosses, especially the final boss. It also has a tendency to... Yeah, unless you're it also has a tendency to stun enemies out of your stun lock range. But yeah, it just grows to like an absurd rate. So it's really helpful in that regard. I kind of didn't want to kill him with a slash. Because I kind of want to get them all grouped up in one group. Where's this super injured one? Huh. So we're just going to be using the Peony for this stage. Maybe not during the boss fight, but I'm really bad with the boss fight here. It is probably my worst fight in the game, in terms of time and in terms of just raw performance. But you see just how slow it is. So it's super helpful for bosses when you just want to punish them. I swore there was a treasure chest that opened. Guess not. So there's not a lot to say about the Peony or this stage in general. It's kind of boring in my opinion. This is one of the worst stage and boss fights. It's not really like the high point for me. I mean, it's cool to have like this haunted location, and you also want to look around. Yeah. It's cool to have this haunted location, and this little like set piece with the falling rocks is neat. But it's like, it's not really my favorite. And the boss fight isn't particularly, like, balanced. You'll see what I mean. But, yeah, it's not especially my favorite, especially using the Peony, but I do want to show it off, because there's not a ton of opportunities to do so in a regular stage. But the general strategy for the Peony is that since it moves slow, you want to kind of line up your movements so that you don't get taken out by its large dodge window. So what I'm doing is that I'm heavy attacking, right? I'm gonna heavy attack, but I'm also gonna line up my dodges. Like I'm gonna have my finger on the right trigger. As soon as my last attack is over with. Ooh, I tried to do something kind of fancy there and it didn't work. But this is a good opportunity to show off, since you get high ground over enemies, which doesn't happen often, that attacking from the back will often deal more damage. Which is why dark stepping is important. It's not as broken as it was in No More Heroes 1, because in No More Heroes 1, dark stepping was like was an instant win button. I'm kind of getting my ass beat because it's just this level isn't super interesting, because also it's the enemy variety just isn't there. It's just a lot of fat guys with hatchets, and sometimes these little like dagger guys. And they're just not super interesting to fight. Like, there's no gun enemies, and I know there's a lot of complaints about the gun enemies in this game, but they're at least a little more interesting and require a little more strategy other than just mashing the A button. Or mashing the attack buttons. I'm just not a super big fan of this level. Now, this is one of the treasure chests that people will often miss. It's right behind this outhouse. Let's just make sure I didn't miss any. We're good. So I'm actually going to change the Peony over to the Camellia because I'm not a super big fan of fighting this guy with the Peony. I mean, it's not as helpful as you would think because he has a lot of attacks that do crazy damage, and the Peony can often leave you wide open for attacks if you don't know if it's not like suited to the boss. And you want some battery life for this fight. But again, this one just isn't my favorite. Cool cutscene though. I like that shot. Come on, Travis. He's only ranked 24. Why are you so afraid?
Psychotic fucker. Time for a little pro bono ghost busting.
All right, so this is Matt Helms. He is the bulkiest boss in the game. He is a real challenge, actually. And you're in an enclosed environment, which some of the elements in this fight are destructible. But I just have real trouble with this fight, and you can't parry a lot of his attacks. Uh-oh. So when he does this flamethrower attack, you just want to get right up and close to him, because the flames won't hit you then. Also, that clash animation is done whenever I attack the same time an enemy does. But yeah, when he does this flamethrower attack, you just want to get right, nice and close to him, because he will. Also, a lot of his attacks will stun you. Especially that ground when he slams his axe into the ground, it will stun you. Uh-oh. So this is his most annoying attack. It is throwing these Molotov cocktails. My God, my controller is all fucky. Okay. Yeah, this is his most annoying attack, is throwing these Molotov cocktails, because the burn, these Molotov cocktails, they will linger, they'll burn, and they cause crazy damage, as you can see. So when he throws these Molotovs, you just kind of want to run away. He does have a definite range. That's why this enclosed arena, with a lot of its clustered environment, really, really is a problem. And it's also hard to see the Molotov burns. Yeah, you don't want to be too far away from him, but you also don't want to be too close. He's a tough fight, definitely. Although he does have an awesome character design, I have to say. Really, really creepy. He also probably has one of the flashiest kills. He's neat. I definitely like him, but he's not my favorite boss fight.
Well, that was gross. What? What's a kid doing here?
I'm gonna kill you.
What's that?
Dang. Smoking hot chip with a smoking hot gun. Although, when I was a kid, this fight and cutscene set like really did freak me out. I think I had nightmares about it.
Such a horrible past. 30 years ago, that child was abandoned, left to die in this house. As the story goes, he made a pact with the devil with his final breath. Revived through the dark arts, the child murdered his parents and now rules this forest, feeding on suffering and hate.
All assassins have fucked up somehow, or we wouldn't be in this profession. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Now you are ranked 24th. Still a ways to go until the top. You are not getting tired?
Huh. I haven't even broken a sweat. Why don't you bring me a real challenge?
You've got it.
Yeah, Matt Helms. So I really do like his design. I like his arena. It's a cool gimmick, but he's one of those bosses that I do have trouble with, and that Molotov cocktail attack really, really hurts. And it's kinda hard to avoid. Alright, now we are ranked 24th. We're actually going to do a little more stuff since we still have some time to fill out in the episode. So we're actually going to go out and fulfill the revenge missions that are available for this point.
I told you last time about the gateways, remember? The second Akashic point leads to an even stranger place.
And we get a little teaser for the next boss.
Long ago. In daylight, it's only ruins. But when night falls, you can hear a woman's tragic scream. A cry so chilling that birds go mad, caking the ocean surface with their dead bodies, drowning themselves to escape her cry. Not all of the island's prisoners have been moved. You don't have to believe me. You can believe what you want. Travis, it's me. I have set up your next battle. Check out the map and go when you please. Oh, and by the way, until you crack the top 10, you are responsible for all travel expenses. The association can't pay for everyone with the price of gas and all.
Hold up, I'm shelling out all this cash and you can't spring for bus fare?
I'm busy. Got to go.
Don't hang up on me.
That cutscene's always funny. I love that one. Alright, so we are going to go out and do the next set of revenge missions. And the last side job has just been unlocked, getting trashed, which is probably the best one to make money. Ooh, okay, so that kind of shows you how dangerous these machine gunners are. Ooh. Also, this game's targeting system is a little weird. So you just want to prioritize the Ooh, there's a machine gunner somewhere. So these revenge missions, they're not super interesting to commentate over until you get to the but they are necessary for getting a secret in the game and for getting all the collectibles. I'm actually going to show you something cool though. So I'm going to show you how parrying works. So you just unlock and then relock onto a target, and it's actually necessary to really beat the game on higher difficulties. The game will never tell you about it though. So it is important to learn it. It's a simple parry system, but it's pretty fun. Alright, we should be able to round out this episode with the last revenge mission. Well, not the last, there are 10 revenge missions in total. But the last one we can get for this point in the game. So again, we get a target, and we don't have to kill everyone within this whatchamacallit, within this arena. So I'm just gonna kind of look for the treasure chests in this level. You get a health refill and a health and battle refill in each one, but you also get a So these enemies can really crowd you, and it is kind of hard to get out of their grasp. So we're actually gonna strategically retreat until we can isolate one to kill. Aw, man. Yeah, these bigger goons can really take a toll on you, and these wrestler goons can grab you, but you can get out of their grasp just by button mashing. Not exactly my best performance in a level, but we can actually take down this last goon here, and I can show you how to take down big goons super easy. So you want to make sure you have a red tiger mode, and you just want to finish off a high or low attack, and that'll instantly stun them, so you can open up for a wrestling, and wrestling is an instant kill. So that's really helpful if you're struggling with like fat guys, because they can be really, really bulky near the end game. Alright, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. So you can see we got our next set of goods, and we are going to save, and then we'll call it an episode. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and in the next episode we'll take on the next ranked assassin fight. Perhaps the next two if we have time. Alright. So, thank you all for watching, and have a great day.